Today I'm going to share the games of Magnus Carlsen. Yes, you are seeing right. Taking out the queen early in the opening. Magnus Carlsen, the one who always said that let us not, violate the opening principle. Let us not take out the queen early in the opening. And here you see your idol taking out the queen, hoping for attacking the f7 pawn. And the 16-year-old boy replies with g6. The queen goes backward. Magnus is like attacking the f7 pawn. Knight f6 followed by knight e2. Now you can say that Magnus Carlsen playing two great moves within 5 moves. It does not mean that you have to try this opening. Okay. Instead, you can say that Magnus Carlsen, instead of enjoying the night while sleeping or by talking to her wife, what he chooses is learning the scholar's mate against 2898, almost a 2900 elo. So against that player, Magnus is like wasting a night preparing for how to play the scholar's mate. Anyways, bishop g7, knight to c3, castling d3. Magnus Carlsen is opening his bishop. e6, a3, bishop e6, black is offering trade. Magnus accepted, we take it, the rook attack the queen moves, queen to d7, now it is protecting the weak pawn. And Magnus, like you can literally see the difference. Magnus is like, I am trolling, but black is like, I am calculating. Anyways, white castle, black plays the rook here, and okay move. Instead of that, the best move could be playing this rook here, because this pawn is the one which needs protection. That's why. Rook to d8, bishop g5. Now if we try d5, bishop take knight, bishop take it, and then pawn take it. That's how we can continue. Okay, Magnus Carlsen. So bishop g5 was all about attacking the knight. Now if black try this, he will take the knight. So that's why rook f7 and f4. Rook here, f5. Now this man is turning the position to guess the tactic challenge. 3-minute addition. Anyways, he is attacking the this pawn basically. Like if we play some useless moves, he can capture and can attack. Okay, that's why. So Magnus Carlsen's opponent captures it. After he take it, he continues with knight h5. His idea was that let us, open up attack towards this pawn. Although that's an inaccuracy. Still a okay move, but not the best move. The best move is moving the knight backward. Okay. Now knight h5 was an inaccuracy. Over here comes g4. And let me tell you, Magnus Carlsen, instead of any clean move, like playing something like capturing the pawn, right? He is playing g4. So Magnus Carlsen was having almost over 80 lines, 80 best moves. But what he chooses? g4. A stupid mistake. Anyways, chat reaction is like Magnus trying to mate. And the board says Uno reverse, knight to f4, attack the queen. Bishop take on the knight is the best move. But Magnus Carlsen go with knight take on it. He was like the knight is not developed, so let us take it. And why waste the powerful bishop? Okay, so over here the position started heating. Now here g5 was played. Magnus Carlsen declines the trade. Knight comes here. The main plan is blocking this move and playing this move there. You can see that. Idea was to block this plan and attack the bishop. The knight comes backward. Now this was a mistake. Okay. Well, rook comes to e8. Magnus Carlsen opponent is attacking the knight. Okay. So over here, what would happen if he continue with g take on f5? Okay, so if he take, like you can see, this is a blunder as per computer analysis. Well, let me tell you what is actually the plan. Well, so you will take it, over pressurizing the attack. He may try something like knight e2, he'll protect it, and then rook to g5, brilliant move. This is actually the best move, okay? But I believe a brilliant move. Okay, like if we take queen. So that was one of the amazing plans of Magnus Carlsen's opponent. But Magnus Carlsen is 3300 rated. So these plans are not going to work. Anyways, so bishop's d4 check. And then, boom, knight to h4, bro. Like the knight jumped, your queen, mine now. Now let me prove it. If the queen take on the knight, what will happen? Okay, if the queen take on this, you'll have queen c6 check. The king is trapped actually. Knight comes, take it, queen take, and rook comes, you take it, the checkmate, and Magnus Carlsen loses the game. But obviously, Magnus Carlsen, do you think will fall for this childish trick? Anyway, so he's like attacking the bishop, queen c6 check, knight comes in between, and then comes the rook. White take it, queen take on it, give a check. Magnus Carlsen was the man who tortured everybody in endgames. And this is what is happening with him. Today, our legend player, Magnus Carlsen, the Grandmaster, the endgame champion, the endgame god, place the rook in between. Knight take on it, rook comes, knight check, the queen has to move, and Magnus Carlsen had to sacrifice her queen. And this is how Magnus Carlsen lost the game. So, it's a humble request to all of you that never ever try the scholar's mate idea. Okay? Because even the court, like the court was trolling too hard, huh? And got tactically punished.
Yes.
Get mated in the style.
What?
Anyways. If you enjoyed this breakdown, remember, like, subscribe, share. Never underestimate your opponent. Never take out a queen out. Because today the king, Magnus Carlsen, got checkmated.